America, the land of opportunity, wrestles with a shadow epidemic. Drug use casts a long shadow across our nation, affecting millions of lives. It's a complex issue, one that demands our attention. We must understand it, confront it, and seek solutions. This is not about judging those who use drugs. It's about recognizing the deep pain they're trying to numb. It's about understanding the societal forces that push people toward addiction. We must move beyond stigma. We must choose compassion. Only then can we truly address this crisis. This essay aims to shed light on the hidden reality of drug use in the USA. It's a call for understanding, for empathy, and for action. We can no longer afford to look away. The numbers paint a stark picture. Millions of Americans struggle with substance use disorder. In 2022 alone, over 107,000 people died from drug overdoses. This surpasses the peak annual deaths from HIV, car crashes, and gun violence combined. Opioids, both prescription and illicit, are major contributors to this crisis. The rise of fentanyl, a potent synthetic opioid, has further exacerbated the situation. But the issue extends beyond opioids. Methamphetamine use is surging, and cocaine remains a persistent problem. These statistics represent real people. They are mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, friends and neighbors. Behind every number is a story of struggle, loss, and often hope. Drug addiction is a complex disease with multiple contributing factors. It's rarely as simple as a lack of willpower or a moral failing. Often, drug use is a symptom of deeper issues. Many people turn to drugs to cope with trauma, mental illness, or chronic pain. Others are influenced by social and economic factors like poverty, unemployment, and lack of opportunity. The overprescription of opioid painkillers also plays a significant role in the current crisis. Aggressive marketing by pharmaceutical companies has fueled the opioid epidemic. They downplayed the addictive potential of these drugs while pushing for their widespread use. This has had devastating consequences for individuals and communities. Sarah was a bright, loving mother of two. A workplace injury led to chronic pain and a prescription for opioid painkillers. What began as pain management spiraled into a full-blown addiction. Sarah's life unraveled. She lost her job, her home, and custody of her children. Her family was devastated, watching helplessly as she succumbed to the grip of addiction. It was like a switch flipped, her sister Jessica recalls. The Sarah we knew, the loving mother, was gone. In her place was someone consumed by this need for drugs. Sarah's story is not unique. It's a heartbreaking example of how addiction can devastate individuals and families. It highlights the urgency of addressing this crisis with compassion and effective interventions. Section 5. Scars on the Community, the Ripple Effect of Addiction. The impact of drug addiction extends far beyond the individual. It leaves its mark on families, communities, and the nation as a whole. The economic burden is staggering, encompassing healthcare costs, lost productivity, and criminal justice expenses. But the human cost is immeasurable. Children grow up in homes ravaged by addiction, witnessing their parents battle a disease they don't understand. Communities grapple with increased crime rates, strained social services, and a pervasive sense of despair. The stigma surrounding drug addiction prevents many from seeking the help they need. It's time to break down these barriers and create a culture of compassion and support. Section 6. Finding Light in Darkness, Pathways to Recovery. Recovery from drug addiction is possible. It's a journey that requires courage, support, and access to effective treatment. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, as each individual's path to recovery is unique. Treatment options include medication-assisted therapy, counseling, support groups, and residential treatment programs. Access to affordable and comprehensive health care is crucial, as is addressing the underlying issues that contribute to drug use. Recovery is not about willpower alone. It's about addressing the social determinants of health, providing adequate mental health services, and creating communities that offer support and opportunity. Section 7. Hope and Healing. stories of resilience. Amidst the darkness of the drug epidemic, stories of hope emerge. Individuals like Sarah, who, with support and determination, reclaim their lives from addiction. They rebuild relationships, find purpose, and become beacons of hope for others. These stories remind us that recovery is possible. They highlight the power of human resilience and the transformative potential of compassion and support. Jessica, Sarah's sister, shares, "Seeing Sarah now, healthy and happy, it's a miracle. It reminds me that even in the darkest of times, hope remains. Recovery is possible, but we need to support those fighting this battle." Section 8. Joining Hands, Offering Hope, a Call to Action. The drug epidemic in the USA is a complex challenge, but it's not insurmountable. It requires a multifaceted approach rooted in compassion, understanding, and a commitment to solutions. We must advocate for policies that expand access to treatment and support services. We must address the root causes of addiction, such as poverty, trauma, and lack of opportunity. And we must challenge the stigma surrounding drug use, replacing it with empathy and understanding. Everyone has a role to play. Educate yourself about addiction. Support organizations working on the front lines. Reach out to those struggling with addiction and their families. Together we can make a difference. Let us choose compassion over judgment, understanding over stigma, and action over apathy. Let us join hands and offer hope to those struggling in the shadows of addiction. The path forward is clear. It's time to act.